that I am a Nazi, according to them.
No way, no way, no way, no way! What?
That my logo over the top of a shield was very similar to some KKK iconography.
There will be screaming, there will be murder. Yeah, okay! Okay, that is so much BS.
Alright, let's talk about the accusations of me grooming my wife, Wild.
Why are we all the way back here? What are we doing? No way, I walk into that. I missed everything. Where is the team? You reach C9? Oh my god.
Please do yourself and me a favor. Be more aware of what you're doing on the internet.
Overwatch has spawned many interesting creatures in its lifetime. As an example, this fucking thing.
Cheeto.
Recently, there's been this one specific guy who has stood out as a beacon of pure, unfiltered, absolute dog shit in the Overwatch community. And his name is, of course, as you probably guessed, Gamin4Hope. I mean, it's in the title, right? Like, his real name is David, and bro is a certified chud. And you know what? He gives pretty funny reactions when people ask him to give them a belly rub or bully him about his child bride. But whilst he is kind of funny, he's also just a shitter of a human being and just an awful, awful person. See, when I first ran into Gamin4Hope, I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I was like, yeah, sure, maybe the guy has made some mistakes in his life, but he can't be that bad. I mean, this is just some Christian guy who's out there, you know, preaching the word of the Lord and playing Overwatch very badly. It's funny, but what the fuck has this guy done? Probably not too much. Oh boy, was I wrong. After I dove into the rabbit hole, oh my god, he is a straight up dickhead. I mean, this guy has dedicated hours and hours, thousands of hours of his time to getting better at Overwatch. He has put multiple years aside to go pro in this game, which is fine, except he also neglects his wife, neglects his kids, just completely alienates his fan base by being a dick, is a dick to his teammate, is a dick to his scrim squad, and on top of that, he also hates the gays and the non-binaries and everything else that's like in that whole umbrella. But worst of all, this guy committed the great sin of being hard stuck in platinum. Obviously, the guy sucks at Overwatch, but you know, that's not a valid enough reason to hate him. So, why do people hate him? Well, you know, time to get into that. So for those of you who don't know, David's whole journey started with this one little video here, and in this video, all he's saying essentially is that he wants to go to WCS. He laid out a whole plan, and it's a shit plan because he expects to go to OWCS before hitting like GM, which is like, no. But anyway, that's just getting off topic now, right? And from this video, the guy was just a guy who was bad at the game and wanted to get better. No one really gave a fuck, right? Well, this is all until he started posting more, you know, Instagram reels, short form content, that sort of thing. And that's when he kind of really just blew up, you know? And that surge in popularity made everybody realise that David is actually kind of a cunt of a man, which is my first general point for why Gamin4Hope is a shit person. He will constantly passively aggressively blame his team. He will constantly be rude to his chat. And he just seems like the sort of guy who hides this, like, angry, like, kind of bitter demeanor behind this, you know, Christian mask of acceptance and happiness. It's that fucking meme, you know, the one of the mask. It's literally that. The thing is, being rude to your Overwatch team by itself, not really that bad. I mean, I flame people in chat when my team somehow loses a 1v4 against the Sierra whilst I'm playing ball and, you know, literally fucking trying to solo the entire team. Collect yourself. But the difference is, I am a cunt, right? I'm not LARPing as a good Christian boy. I don't pretend to be a good person. Whilst he does, which to me at least, just makes the guy seem incredibly rude and dishonest because, like, how are you talking to your teammates and being so nice to them in the Overwatch voice chat, but then when you mute yourself and you talk to your stream chat, you're like, oh, these guys suck, where are my supports, why are we all the way back here? It's just like dickhead behaviour, it really is. And leading on from this, he is not just rude to his Overwatch teammates, he is also rude to his Scrims team. Now, Scrims is essentially this, like, not professional, but like it's an organised event where you go against other organised teams, and he had a team called Hopium. Now, the name of this team should tell you kind of everything you need to know about David, because like if you're naming a whole Scrims team after yourself, there's only one sort of person who does that. Like, let's just be so for real, alright? But yeah, David was also a complete dick to his Screams team. Same passive aggressiveness, same, constantly blaming them, same just being annoying as fuck. I think it's very telling that these are people he played with for hours and he was still a fucking prick to them, to the point that they actually kicked him out of his own team, which I just think is hilarious. I also watched an interview of this guy who has this Curious username, and his Screams team essentially just said, yeah, we kicked him out because we weren't vibing, and also he is too old. Which is kind of funny because he's younger than Markiplier, by the way, and Markiplier is, hip with the kids. Wagwan. But honestly, that's just the light stuff, really. That's like my personal pet peeves of the guy. The heavy stuff is coming, right? And speaking of heavy stuff, allegations of pedophilia. I mean, really, are you surprised that this guy has been embroiled with some pedo accusations? First off, I do want to say, let me just clarify this right off the bat immediately, right? No Subway Surfers gameplay, look at me. He is not a paedophile. All the allegations are false, okay? He has never dated any minors, never been interested in minors, and does not have a child bride. Okay, do not sue me, Mr. Hope. Please, I am unemployed, I have no job, I am homeless. However, what I will do is I will explain how the guy even got these accusations in the first place. So, Mr. Gamin4Hope has had 2 wives in his life. The first one, he knocked up, right? And he had to marry her because the father of the girl he knocked up was his boss. So, sticky situation that. Anyway, they married, she cheated on him, they split up, and then he was looking for another wife. He found another wife who was 18 when they met. David would have been like 25 plus at this point. Now, is that pedophilia? No, it's not. Like, she's of legal age. He is just kind of a weird little man who is into younger girls, which is like, like, to each their own, I guess. Like, it's dodge, it's weird, but it's not illegal, and it's not really that valuable criticism. Also, just a quick side tangent here. He released this video on his YouTube channel. It's not about what you think it is, right? It's about how to, like, plead your wife in a different way. But just the title of it is like, brother, like, genuinely, you need to, like, work on your titling. What? Now, the big one. Gamin4Hope's apparent hatred for anyone who identifies under the rainbow umbrella, let's put that. Fuck it. Gay people, non-binary people, bisexuals, transgenders, anything. LGBTQ+, right? Why the fuck am I saying it in this weird way? LGBTQ+. He hates the LGBTQ people. Now, I'm assuming most of you guys watching are Overwatch fans or, know what Overwatch is, have heard of it. And if that is the case, you probably know that a large majority of the Overwatch player base fits underneath this rainbow umbrella. Which is very funny because obviously David Gamin4Hope is a Christian man who does not like gay people. And the fact that he chose to make his entire career and content about a game full of gay and left-wing players is just... Ooh, it's an interesting choice, to put it lightly. There have been many, many instances of Gamin4Hope just looking flat out, disturbed and creeped out when anything to do with the LGBTQ is brought up. I mean, I love this fucking clip, it's so funny. Like, this is a brilliant example.
Alright, boys, this is about to be peak. First game on Doom. Huh? You gotta respect the dedication. It's pretty impressive.
And the reaction Brove gave, the little nervous laugh, it just says absolutely everything you need to know. Like, you can tell that he is uncomfortable around gay people. There's tons of other examples as well. There must be compilations at this point because, bro, oh my god, he is so clearly very weirded out by all that. But honestly, him just being uncomfortable around gay people is, whatever, right? Compared to the next bit anyway, the charity issue. Most of you probably know what this is, since it's his biggest controversy, but let me give you a full recap, since the details have kind of gotten a bit muddied, right? So 1 month, David had promised to donate all his Twitch donations and YouTube membership money to a charity, right? That's a noble cause, right? Well, not in this case. See, David chose to donate to a charity called Celebrate Recovery. Now, this charity seems pretty good on paper, right? It's not meant for one specific thing, it's essentially for everybody struggling with mental health or any other similar issues. They're open to, everything essentially. Or everything that isn't gay people, anyway. Yep, you love to see it. Overwatch's greatest chud, Gamin4Hope, essentially wanted to donate money to a charity that supported conversion therapy. Now, to be fair to him, I don't think he actually realised that this is what they supported at first, but a Discord user got in contact with him in private DMs and was like, hey, they're doing this. Here is the website where it says they're doing this. This is part of their, like, manifesto thing. And bro read the messages and was like, yeah, you know what? Maybe hating gay people is fine. I support everything else they do, so yeah, I'll just donate to a charity that wants to un-gay gay people. And when this was revealed to the greater Overwatch community, David, Gamin4Hope, stayed strong, and he waved his Confederate flag in the air and was like, no, I will donate my hard-earned money to a conversion charity. Which, again, is extremely ironic, because most of the Overwatch fanbase is either gay or gay accepting. By extension, most of his fan base is either gay or gay accepting. So, you know, most of his fans were all of a sudden not fans anymore. Like, if you've got a guy going against your whole identity trying to convert you back to default settings, don't like that term, but whatever, you're not going to be a fan of him. You're going to become a hater straight away. Like, that's just how it is. Like, if I was watching a YouTuber and he was like, I hate white people, I'm not going to be like, oh my god, so true. Like, no. You know, talk about biting the hand that fingers you. And you know what? Even if you do hate gay people, this is just an awful decision, because this is how you lose a good job like YouTube, right? Like, you know, you would think David would understand this. He wasn't a banker, but he had some banking adjacent job. Yeah, he still makes these, like, dumbass financial decisions. I mean, this is like a completely minor thing, right? Like, you shouldn't hate gay people in the first place, but, like, if you're gonna do it, at least don't be a fucking moron about it. And that's not even the worst part, by the way. Eventually, he ended up caving into his community and was like, okay, I'll donate to a different charity. Now, the charity the community picked out for him, the Trevor Project. And bro was supportive of this for a while, until he read what the Trevor Project actually supported, and then he had to just go back on his word, because he's a slimy man. Honestly though, most of the irony to do with this guy comes from his just sheer inability to improve at Overwatch itself. Which isn't a crime, obviously, right? Like, people might make fun of you, but, like, why does he get so much criticism for this? It's because he's hard stuck plat. Nothing wrong with that. Most of the player base is either plat or gold. But this guy is, like, convinced he is a high diamond Masters player for whatever reason. He is not. Dare I say he's probably not even a plat level player. Now, why is he convinced he is a Diamond Masters player? Well, it's because he's reached those ranks before. Now, you might be thinking, well, if he's reached those ranks, is he not a Diamond player? No. There's this thing in Overwatch called boosting, where you get some, like, really good players to play with you to boost your rank, and Gamin4Hope partakes in this by the bucket load. Essentially, Gamin4Hope goes through this, as I like to call it, a hopium vicious cycle every, you know, few months or so. So he starts off in plat, he's playing poorly, he's hard stuck, he's whiffing his sig rocks, he's whiffing his grabs, he's not looking back at his team and dying, and then he tilts. He feels bad about it, he goes and overanalyzes his matches, posts his, you know, shitty little Instagram reels where he's like, I have now discovered what the issue is, and I will work to correct it for my next matches. That sort of thing. And then after these videos have been posted, some high-level Overwatch or OWCS player will discover him, you know, VOD review him, and make content about him. And then this is where the eagle strikes. This is where Gamin4Hope attacks. He will contact the OWCS or high-level streamer, and he will be like, hey, wagwan G, do you want to maybe duo a little? I promise it's not carrying, it's different, innit, bruv? And that's how he get boosted. He will duo with them, they will teach him, they will carry him up to higher ranks, and he will pretend to learn. And then the cycle starts again. He drops back down to plat, he sucks again, he whiffs his rocks, he whiffs his grabs, you know, all that sort of stuff. Actually, as a perfect example of this, right? Apply, very popular Overwatch YouTuber. I think he was ex-OWCS, I'm not actually 100% sure. He's a high-level player, he's a champion GM player. And basically, this guy, Apply, reviewed one of Gamin4Hope's matches where he was playing Doomfist, and he basically said that this guy fucking sucks, and he was coaching him. Now, Gamin4Hope watched it back, made a video out of it where he's going like, he's so right, he called my bad mindset right out. And then he made a few reels about it, and obviously Apply saw this, and the vicious cycle began. So yeah, the guy got boosted, and then proceeded to drop ranks, and then abandoned his Doomfist account to go back to his regular one, which is like... This isn't even the first time either. There was another guy who called in the Hitler of Plaids, and the same thing happened there. He genuinely had, like, current Overwatch CS players boosting him, and he is still... His max rank is still Diamond. Brother, if you're getting boosted by OWCS champions, you should be, like, masters at this point, right? Do you know what pissed me off, right? This guy is completely incapable of learning. Like, honestly, he goes on and on and on and on and on about what he's doing wrong, and he makes videos about this and he understands. Except he doesn't, because he never corrects on his mistakes. He's making the same fucking mistakes he's made for the past, like, 3 bloody years! So anyway, what is Gamin4Hope up to now? Well, he's actually quit Overwatch, funnily enough. And now he's infecting other games like Apex, Marvel Rivals, and Minecraft with his little chuddy fingers. And he still sucks at those games, by the way. He's like, he's a gold in Marvel Rivals, which is crazy, because I believe Marvel Rivals as a game is way easier than Overwatch. I guess it just shows his real skill, now that he has no one to carry him. Oh wait, never mind, he's getting someone to carry him. By the way, if you're wondering why he left Overwatch, it's because the community was too mean to him. Woe is me, oh my god. The community is mean to me. After I said I hate gay people and donated to a conversion charity, what will I do? Though, do you know what? I did see recently, he just made another reel about Overwatch. We are so fucking back. The return is coming. This is like crack to him. He gets so much money from this fucking game. It's like crack. A little sniff of coke. He is coming back, I promise you. Anyways, that's kind of it. I don't really have anything else to say on this guy. If you enjoyed the video, you know, I hate saying this, like and subscribe. I'm going to start posting more and just talk about people I find interesting. And hopefully improve my script writing skills a bit, because this fucking script is ass. It's so bad. I'm reading it over right now. I hate it. That's what the mask is. That's what the point of the mask is.